I probably look like total crap. I was almost done mowing the lawn. UPS guy pulled in. I was out of gas anyways, mowers across the road, so we're gonna leave that there for now. Who cares? This is exciting right here. I've been waiting for these for so long. I don't want to talk too long about this, but I originally ordered these from a company. They're these are wheel adapters, by the way, for my 22.5-inch rims. Saved up forever to buy these. I ordered them from a company. They're in the Southwest, and they sell wheels. So yeah, horrible experience with that company in the Southwest that sells wheels, and I won't go too much into detail on that. But anyways, after 2 weeks of getting jerked around by them, we canceled our order. I ordered from a different website, Dually Wheels for You, and I was getting concerned because I hadn't gotten any shipping information. Next thing you know, they showed up. So we're gonna get these suckers opened up, and we're going to work on installing them. I also have to finish mowing my lawn at some point and bring my mower back from yonder. So anyways, we're gonna get these opened up, and we're gonna start putting them on. I think we're gonna start with the fronts. So excited, so stoked. Alright, so fronts are on. Definitely large. It's a pretty simple install. I'll probably end up throwing some paint on that, keep it from rusting. But they pretty much just bolt on, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna torque these outside. I want to torque them to 450 to 500 foot-pounds. So for now, I just slammed them on there with the impact, and really gave them the beans. So pretty simple. On the other side, someone had already cut off. There's like a dowel pin. Someone had already cut that off. So this side, I ended up having to cut that off, but not a big deal. Just a little pin. So now we're going to start to work on the rears, and I'm going to work on the other side of the truck where I'm in the shade. Hope that the sun goes down quick here. Alright guys, so I was editing the footage of the me putting the wheel adapters on and the new wheels, and I didn't really, there was no closure at the end of it. I was like, I threw some pictures in there. I was like, I think I should shoot an outro or something, at least give you something. So the truck looks pretty mean. Does look slightly goofy, but whatever. Up front here, they don't rub on the front, but in the back here, you can see on the leaf spring, that clean spot, they do rub a little bit, but it's like really only once you get to lock. And I believe there's an adjustment, and I could adjust the locks so we're not rubbing when we turn, but it's really only like parking lots, trying to park the dang thing when it rubs. So other than that, haven't really had any issues with them. We did get the outer lug nuts torqued down proper spec. I also did paint the adapter. Should have painted them before they went on, but it's a pretty tight fit anyway, so if I had painted them before they went on, it would have scraped it off anyways. But you know, it is what it is. It'd be nice to get some sort of cover, at least lug nut covers, but things ain't cheap, and I got to get like 40 of them. So I didn't paint the back ones. They're kind of in there. They don't get as wet and rusty. You see, truck's a little dirty. It does get used. It's a work truck. Looks like that axle is leaking. That's good. This is the one that I played with a few months ago. Put new seals in. But I painted the wheels before I put them on, and you could, in the video earlier, you could see as I was tightening it down, they went on really hard, and you can see like the paint where it scraped off. So, but yeah, I've put, I don't know, a couple 100 miles on these. It definitely helped out a lot with my speed issues. It now tops out. I hit 70 the other day downhill. So I wanted some 11R 22.5's, and these are 275/70 22.5's. So these tires are, it basically took me from 31 inches of tire, and I think now we're at like 37. 11Rs would take us to about 40, and that'd get us a little more speed, but that's also gonna rub a little more. As it is, it doesn't have a great turning radius, so now that you can't turn it as hard as you used to be able to, it's not as much fun. But it definitely helps out having these tires. So now, like cruising down the highway at 55, you're no longer pegged to the limiter. But once you hit a 65 zone, you kind of got to. It definitely rides a lot rougher now. I mean, it's an F350, you know, 1 ton, so it never really rode like a Cadillac. But these tires weigh a ton. Like, they weigh a ton, and so it gives you a lot of unsprung weight. And that, and the fact that, I mean, they should be at like 120 psi, and I'm running them at like 80 or 90. So that helps out a little bit, running them a little lower, but it's still a rough ride. So the only other thing I noticed is the brakes. Now that we have a lot more rotating mass, a lot bigger tire, a little more leverage, the brakes definitely could use some help. Actually, you know what? Maybe you people can help me. So I'm using the factory, oh look, my truck leaks. I'm using the factory master cylinder, but I put on the Hydro Boost from a 2011 E450. My master cylinder bolted right up to it. Didn't really have to do much modification, but when I took the truck apart, I really did not pay attention to which of these lines was front and rear, and I have a feeling that I switched them around because it's got drums in the rear, discs up front, and it just doesn't seem to stop like it should. This is definitely way better than the vacuum booster, but it still just seems like missing something. So if you have an old Ford truck, someone let me know downstairs which one's supposed to be front and rear. Right now I have the rear is coming out of this front port, and this one here is going to my front brakes. So like I said, I should have paid more attention, but I didn't, and it works, but I have the feeling I got them switched. So hopefully someone can help me out there.